Right guys, okay, so now we're at Thornbury Test Centre. We're now going to follow the sign for leads. So here guys, what we've got is, if the camera pans to the right, you'll see that white coloured car and you'll see the grey car. They are in lane 1, so they'll keep to the left like they're doing now. We're going to go into lane 2. So imagine you've just turned out of Thornbury Test Centre and you're turning right and you're following the sign for leads. So when you turn right and follow the sign for leads, you'll land in lane 2. That's this lane here. This Mercedes is going to come into my lane in 5, 4, there we are. You need to watch out for these people that think because you're in a learner car that you can't drive. So it's very important that you hold your lane and you're aware of oncoming cars and cars around you. Anyway, so we're following the sign for Leeds. So you'll be going towards Leeds and you will take one of the Leeds routes. We're in lane 2. As we're in lane 2, as we go over these traffic lights, you'll go into lane 1 of Leeds. So these two lanes, lane 1 on the left where this black car is, goes into any lane of Bradford. The lane that I'm in will go into any lane of Leeds. So where this Mercedes is, I'm going to go into her lane, as in my lane, our lane. That's lane 1. However, I could choose lane 2. So it depends on what lane I want to go into, as long as I'm making mirror checks. Now, because you're a learner car, try and keep left, try and stay in one lane. The reason for that is just let people overtake you if they want to. You want to pass your test, you want to drive safe. So we're in lane 1 of Leeds. We're going to follow the road round. The road bends to the right. As we follow the road round to right, we need to watch out for the number 72 bus stop. So if we look to the left over here, there's a bus stop. It's clear at the moment. There's no buses. Now, quick glance at the time. It's 8:56. Now, the reason for that is once we go over into the 40 zone, you'll find that there's a bus lane on the left-hand side. So be aware of that. Now, there's an argument that some people have, okay, that's should I use a bus lane and should I not? Personally, I would use it if the roads are quiet. What do I mean by that is, if it's not in its hours of operation, you can use a bus lane. The only problem you get is in terms of, is it available for you? So we're looking at the bus lane now. I'll go through it in a couple of seconds with you. So 7 till 10, 4 till 7, we cannot use it. So I can't use it anyway, so I'm not going to go into it. However, if I could use that lane, I wouldn't use it very early morning, even if it was able for me to kind of use. The reason for that is nobody lets you come back into this lane. So like now the speed limit's 40 and I'm following the road ahead, following the sign for Leeds. So your examiner wouldn't expect you to move into the left lane here. The reason for that is A, your bus lane's in operation. B, look at the floor markings. The lane on the left only turns to the left. So it's pointless moving into that lane and then trying to push back in when nobody will let you in. So now we're looking at the BMW reversing out off its driveway onto a dual carriageway. We're looking in our mirrors to see what's going on. And now you'll see that I'm reasonably close to the lane on the left. I've left a bit more of a gap to my right. The reason for that is so it's easier for me to drive, and if anyone wants to overtake me going down the road, I can see them. I'm looking in my left door mirror again. The reason I'm doing that is because if anyone's behind me turning left into this road, I don't want to unnecessarily obstruct them. That car on the left is signalling right because she wants to come into this lane or the lane after. I'm looking at the dude wearing a green t-shirt just to see if he's pushed these buttons in, and he hasn't. So now I'm following the bus. The bus is going to go to Leeds. Is it the X6? Now the X6 is a limited stop, so it only does a couple of stops. It doesn't stop everywhere. I believe it does stop at this red bus stop on the left. So now I check my mirrors, I signal right. Now, do I need a signal right here? Professionally, yes. Mandatory, no. It helps other people understand where I'm going. So I'm looking at the floor markings and I'm in my lane. I'm looking in my left and right door mirror because I need to make sure that nobody pushes into my lane. And I very, very gently, like that Cupra did there, he was in the wrong lane and he pushed into my lane. The Cupra being the white car on the left behind the bus. So now I'm in my lane, I'm following the road ahead, I'm looking in my mirrors, and you'll see that the Cupra is acting a little slow. This gentleman in front of me is hitting his brakes very, very hard. So now I'm following the road ahead. Speed limit is 50 now. And you'll either turn left over here, where this gentleman's turning off, or you'll turn left and follow the signs for Bramley, or if you're on your extended driving test, you'll be turning left down Ringways. Now I'm looking in my right diameter here just in case this lorry wants to pull off, and you'll be turning left by the Ringways garage. Either way, you're in the correct lane. Keep your speed up, so I'm doing 48 miles an hour, and if you're comfortable with cruise control, turn it on. The reason for that is, why not? If you're good enough and you feel confident and it's safe and it's not raining, use your cruise control. It helps you maintain your speed and it helps you control your car better. So I'm looking at my right diameter because there's a slip road on my left here that enters onto my dual carriageway. So I'm following the road ahead. I can see a sign ahead of me telling me that possibly there could be people walking here, and there's a crossing here, or a crossing point. The crossing point slightly further down. The sign on my left is telling me that there's another slip road. Quick look in my right door mirror, and I'm looking in my left door mirror and the car's quite far back. So I've got my cruise control on, and I'm travelling at a very safe 50 miles an hour maximum. Weather's good, visibility is okay, and my car's in good nick, and there's no issues, so I don't need to slow down. I've got my adaptive cruise control on, and I've got 1 bar set. I usually have 3. When I'm on high speed driving, I set it to 3. Currently I've got it on 1. Local city driving, I have my cruise control adaptive on 1 bar. When I'm on the motorway, I have it at 3, so I set a good gap between the car in front of myself. Now that's telling me that there's a dip in the road. Internationally, they call it depression in the road, and that's why they've been fixing these little rutting that they've had for whatever reason. So that's 2 roads that we've gone past on your Thornbury test route. Your final one is this one here. Now this one you need to be very careful, because this slip road, you come off and they can come on. Usually you let them come on behind you and you go ahead of them. So I'm looking in my inside mirror, left mirror, and there's nobody. But if there was somebody coming onto the dual carriageway, they should usually come in behind you and let you come off. You would come off here, and the speed limit drops to 40 here as well. So guys, I hope it's been of interest to you, and follow us on YouTube, on TikTok, Facebook, wherever. We're everywhere. I drive Leeds, and it's a hashtag Team Amber. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and follow. Cheers guys.